Hello, we're here at Shoe Healer and Red Wings. Red Wings, we see lots of Red Wings, and they are, quite a nice boot, quite a good boot. Sometimes I think they're a little bit overpriced when you look at them. There's no lining or anything inside. They're a little bit of a crude sort of boot when you put it up against something that's English made, that's fully leather lined and everything. But people love them. They love the look of them, love the style of them, and they are fully repairable. The leathers that they use are absolutely fabulous. And of course, they are originally a work boot that's become quite a nice fashion boot. Right, so here we have the sole on the Red Wing. Look at this sole here, look, and the material. I'll just get my nail in there. You can see where it's all flaking off. So if you were to catch this here, you will see that rubber. Look, see how it's just breaking off. It's all disintegrating. It's gone. Look at that there, and you think I'm putting a lot of force. I'm not really putting a lot of force on it. Doesn't crack so much as it just starts to break up, and it's just, I can do it with my nail. Look, just there, look at that, chunks of it coming off, and it's just the rubber has just gone off, and it's gone bad. So what can we do? Well, these belong to the same gentleman who owns these. Lovely chap. Look at these here, beautiful boots that Paul has taken from this. Were they the same as that, Paul? Same as that? Yep. From that to that, and stitched on the Ridgeway. Did you put a midsole in, please? Yes, a nice midsole in there. White stitching. Look at that heel stack. Oh my word, fabulous sole. The beauty of the Ridgeway, of course, doesn't pick the stones up or the mud up like the Commando sole does. And it looks nice as well. It looks beautiful on there. So that black boot, white stitching, green, olive green sole. This one here, what we're going to do with that? What's the heel like, Paul? Is the heel still good?
Yeah,
Can't.
Good.
Yeah. Heel's still good, Paul's saying. I don't know if you can hear me, because you can hear Paul, because now I've got a microphone on. Somebody asked, can you put a mic on? Because you should be using a mic because the sound quality is better. I did buy a cheap one, I'll be honest with you, but hopefully the sound quality is a little bit better. And thank you to the viewer that messaged me and said what mic we should be using, and we should be getting onto mics. Anyway, what are you going to do with this, Paul? This is Soul's going here. Come round here a minute. Come here. Loves doing these videos, don't you? You do. What's up with you? Right, so here we go.
So we're going to scour this unit off.
Machine it off.
Take the stitching out.
Take the stitching out.
Restitch it back round in white thread.
Yep.
And then just bond this on.
Okay. When you say bond it on, though, this one's stitched on.
Yeah, but the stitch is worn away straight away, so what's the use?
Because it looks pretty.
Does it? Tell me. Does that look pretty? Now it's been worn once or twice.
You nearly swore there, didn't you? Right, yeah.
That don't look pretty at all, does it?
No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
So it doesn't back together, and then that bond, and that's going to look beautiful.
Yeah. And really, the stitching on these soles, it's not helping anything. It's too thin a sole for this stitching to be doing any good at all, really.
Personally, I think you could scour that off and just bond that on, and I think it'd still be rock solid, but you have different ideas.
Well, I'd like to see it stitched, but that's
I think they must stitch the boot together really solidly, because obviously they're not relying on that stitching to do any good, ever.
No, but we always tell our customers the stitch pegs that go through that sole, they're so tight, they really do help to keep your shoe together. So even on any sort of shoe, a leather sole shoe, a day night, when you walk the top of the stitches off, don't be worried. It's not going to fall apart, not until there's next to nothing left of the sole. So I don't think that stitching on there was doing very much good. If you imagine, just come here a second, look. If we'd have stitched back here, this material is so soft. The stitching's not really holding the sole on. You could catch it and rip the sole up if if we were just relying on the stitching. So we're 95% relying on bonding in this case. So the rest of the boot is absolutely fine. No need to strip it all down and do an expensive rebuild. This repair on here would have been round about probably 130 quidish, sort of like. This repair on here will be 50, 60 quid. So it's it's just a way of keeping the boots going. I mean, it looks new, looks very new. Still got the tags on.
Wear it all, is it?
No, well, hardly any wear on the heel.
Peeled off there. Well,
yeah, I've just been doing that.
I told customer this one's not going to do that.
No,
They don't break down like these units.
No, this is a rubber, and this is some sort of microfoam, not microfoam, some sort of thermoplastic. Yep. Crap. Okay, lovely. I'll see if I can get a picture of these when they're done. How you getting on with them Red Wings? No, the boots aren't horrible. The sole.
The sole of the bronze horrible. This is how it biodegrades and breaks away a lot. Plastic.
Plastic, what? It should be rubber. That doesn't happen to rubber.
That's rubber. Ain't ever going to happen again. I just put rubber on it from the start. Instead of this horrible stuff.
Right. Plastic. It's just not.
Thermoplastic, look. Just haven't got a lifespan. Look at the corners, look, crumbling away. The guy had kicked the toe off. Yeah. Just because of what it is. And it's horrible to scour.
Ooh, look at that wheel, all getting mucky.
Yeah, that's the band gone.
How much is the band?
10. Oh, quid one drop. Can't scour it, look. Just melts off. Horrible.
And when those little bits of plastic stick on the they burn like fury.
Covered in it. Lovely.
So this is what it looks like with all that gunge off, all that plastic gunge machined off. Paul's removed the stitches and then he'll stitch back in the same holes and stitch this on and then bond his unit on. Now you'd be saying, well, why don't you just put the unit on, the sole on, and then stitch it? That sole is a lovely soft rubber compound, not plastic, rubber compound. And if you stitch it, the stitching's so far in, it's not going to do that much good, really. You could, I suppose, bond it on and then stitch over the top just to get the look. But even the look wasn't particularly good because it looked a bit scabby. You saw on the other video how when it was stitched. So it will be absolutely solid. That'll be bonded on there. It'll be a great repair. We'll catch Paul, hopefully, when he's stitching round it. Okay, so we've got the Red Wing sorted out. Paul's fastened that sole on beautiful. You've stitched it, have you, Paul? It's all stitched down?
Your worldly advice.
Yep.
I wasn't going to, but...
All stitched down there on the top.
Why not?
Bonded on. Beautiful. What a lovely repair. You're nothing to look at, but you do a great repair, yeah? And then these here, look at those. Olive green.
Double nothing to look at, but...
Yeah. So all done. Our customer's here now, just picking them up. And
he's thrilled with them.
He is thrilled, and that's all that matters. We're just here to keep you customers happy.